What up, YouTube? It's been a long time. So, I bought a new drum kit, a used drum kit, and gonna be fixing it up and restoring it. So, I just thought it'd be cool to film the process and kind of go through step by step of what I'm doing and what I've been researching. Never done this before, so excited to see how it turns out. So, right here, I bought a used PDP kit. It's a 805 series. I think it came out in the later 2000s, around 2010 or 11. It's in pretty good condition, fairly, for how old it is. But what we're gonna be doing is we're gonna refinish the inside of the drum shells with some tongue oil. Gonna touch up the hardware. I'm gonna put new heads on this entire kit and possibly paint the hardware on the inside. I got this because my nice SJC kit is always getting beat up by my kids, and so I found this on Reverb for under $600, and I thought it was a good bargain. And my kids, I can bash this and kids can touch it and I won't freak out that they're messing with my custom kit. Pretty nice. Black 805. The 13x8 rack, 16-14 floor, 18x16 floor, 24x18 kit. Real similar to the SJC sizes I have, which is what I like. I like the 13-inch rack, but I like that it's shallower than the 13x9s. I feel like they're too big and bulky, and I like playing it lower. Also took off that mounting rack. I like my floor tom on. Sorry, I like my rack tom on snare stand. But I already took this off, so I'll use it for spare parts for that bracket in case the floor tom bracket breaks. The only bad part is I had one during shipping. I called the drum shop. The rim cracked. I don't know if you can see that during shipping. It's kind of a bummer. It's kind of like a one-of-a-kind kit in a way because they stopped making these a long time ago. So I already I probably should have filmed that, but I wood glued the hoop to seal it up. Came out not too bad, but it's my first time trying to fix the base hoop. It didn't completely crack in half. Probably gonna add a little bit more wood glue there, seal it up some more. So I'm gonna try and cover that up. I ordered some black auto paint. Help cover that up since it's a black lacquer. Touch up the hardware with that. Take that off. Bearing edges are in good shape on the kit, but the shell feels really dry. Kind of a rough sand finish, so we're gonna use the tongue oil to freshen up the shell. Any cracks that I find, we're gonna just glue it up with some wood glue. And then about wood conditioner, or sorry, bearing edge conditioner from Drum Dial. Never used it before, so we're gonna test that out. This hardware, I'm debating if I want to paint these black. I might just do it for fun, just to kind of see. I don't have to, it's not really necessary, but kind of like the way that will probably look. But yeah, see how it goes. All right, update. Got all the hardware off and taped off the bearing edges. Don't make fun of me, it's my first time doing it. So here's the whole kit, broken down. Got all the shells. I don't like taping bearing edges. It took forever and was very time consuming and it sucked. But the reason why I did that is because it's my first time using tongue oil and doing this to drum shells, so I just didn't want to get stuff over the bearing edges just in case. So closer look at it. So the reason why I did this, because the shells look really dry and it's an older kit, like I said. I'm gonna sand any stuff that probably excess, like wood stuff, and I'm gonna clean all that stuff up. I'm gonna sand them, then put the tung oil and just clean everything up. Mainly because I just want to seal the inside of the drum shell itself. But it's gonna make the grain look nice too. I separated all the hardware and screws in these gallon bags to help me keep track of what goes to what drum. So I like to stay organized. 13-inch rack, 16 floor, 18 floor, kick parts. I taped off where I had the floor tom legs. All the hardware put aside. And yeah, I'm gonna get all this cleaned up. Bearing edges were in fairly good shape. There was one big dent on the batter side. Floor tom. But yeah, I think this is gonna come out cool, hopefully. My idea about painting all the screws, yeah, I'm not gonna do that. There's just way too many, and I don't have time to paint all these black, so they'll just be fine. And then once all the hardware is back on, we're gonna tune it up with all new heads. I'm also gonna touch up all the chipped hardware and rims with that black auto paint. I'll show a video for that. But yeah, give you an update later. All right, little update. I have the drum shells out and I've been sanding them down. Because I'm using tung oil, Minwax, to put on the wood. And part of the directions, it says sand wood obtains smooth uniform surface. And plus, since they're old, you know, I'm just freshening them up, and they're really soft now, like butter. I was using regular sandpaper by hand. I think this is a 220 grit and 180 grit. So 180 and 220 grit. I just kind of Google searched what's recommended for sand drum shells. Order advice, it's the older drums, and I noticed some slight cracking at the where the plies meet. There's some gappage, so I just filled it in. So I'm using Gorilla wood glue. Letting that dry, then I'm gonna finish sanding that. So I'm just using regular old Gorilla glue, wood glue. Then the 16 and the 12 rack, sorry, 16 and 13 rack are all sanded. So these are gonna get tung oil next. I had to do a little bit of wood filling in the plies on this one, but even after sanding, they feel way softer now, the wood. You know, like you would like a pro level kit. So that's kind of what I was going for. But yeah, I'll let you know when I'm done. Update. Started using the tung oil. It stinks, so have good ventilation. I had my garage open, so that's what it looks like. I just I did have that soft sponge brush right there, but I thought it was putting too much on there and I couldn't control it as well, so I went to cut up some t-shirt rags, and there's a t-shirt rag right there, and looking pretty nice so far. Let's do the first coat, and now I'm letting them dry. All right, so it's been a couple days, been working, making time in between, but all the drum shells are done. This is the base, the toms. Honestly, guys, doing the tung oil was amazing. The wood sealed up. It looks so fresh and clean now. A lot of the grain pops. I hate that these people put sticky adhesive for that base pillow. I couldn't get it off, so that's the best I could do. Anyways, and I ended up putting tung oil on the bearing edges, and honestly, it came out nice. This stuff is super thin and didn't leave any like buildup. It just soaked right into the wood. So yeah, I would say you can definitely do that if you want to, if you end up doing something like this on your own. Yeah, all the bearing edges got tung oil on them. I just did one coat on the bearing edges, but inside of the shells I did 2 coats. Like the direction says, you could do more if you want, but you got to do 24 hours to dry in between, so that's why. And just so you guys know, I didn't take videos of me actually doing it because I don't have a tripod stand or anything to hold my phone, so that's why I'm just kind of telling you about it. I mean, it's really common sense. It's just be careful when you're sanding, do it evenly throughout the shell, and just be careful with your drums. And honestly, I'm not a genius, but I just take my time, YouTube stuff, and hope these videos help. But I'll let you know when the final product's done. I got all the drum heads sitting over there. I'm gonna change out the washers. I'm gonna use nylon washers. And this is all the hardware I'm putting back on. I did get that, I put the pen away, but I got that black auto gloss black pen to go over this hardware for all the chip marks, and it came out great. So that was like $5 or $6 on Amazon. So just get one of those if you have powder coated hardware. Black, it matched perfectly. You can't even tell. It's because some of these are pretty beat up. But I did the 4-tom legs, did the rims. So yeah, now I'm just putting everything back together. So let you know what it looks like once it's done. Cool. So the kit's all done. Got it all set up. Looks sick. Honestly, sounds pretty dope. I haven't full tuned a whole kit from top to bottom in a long time, but for this kit being well over 10 years old, it sounds pretty good. Let me throw the snare wires off here. You hear this bad boy. Snare, just a bob snare, but had it since 2008. Great snare, highly recommend it. Good affordable price, and it's lasted a long time. So on all the toms, I got G2 coated tops and genre rezos on the bottom, and the brand new EMAD 2 bass head right here. And I just kept their old EMAD rezo head. I think I'm gonna buy a PDP sticker to put on the decal. But yeah, came out great.